Welcome back, universe, to Off the Rails podcast, episode 80, our first ever 80th episode. Woo! Coming to you live from the Coldwell Banker Home Sale Realty Studios here in slightly chilly fall weather, Grafton, Wisconsin. And if you're looking to buy or sell a house, maybe interested in a career in real estate, email Roy. Roy's my guy, Roy at cbhsr.com, or give him a call, 414-235-0763. They'd love to be your go-to for all your real estate needs. And this week, we're joined by stand-up comic, actor, comedian, podcast host, Dougie Almeida.
Hey! What's up, everybody?
Hey, Dougie, thanks for stopping in. Everybody, make sure you like and share, follow everything. And Will's going to be doing a rant today. Will, are you sure you want to go after the bad joke monologue?
I don't know. Whatever.
I have a full 2+ minutes of stand-up stage
You
time.
had a great one last week. It was awesome.
Don't tell him that. All right. Big Skin is going to do a monologue this week.
Oh, no. We are not going with that nickname.
Big Skin's going to stick. All right. No. Brian Laundrie's skeletal remains were found in a Florida reserve. So everybody stop calling the police on Michael Gull. Guy.
Oh,
Michael Gull is a comedy friend of ours that looks just like Brian Laundrie.
Also an actor.
Yeah. All right. In a first, doctors attach a pig's kidney to a human and it works.
Whoa.
Yeah. I'm going to get so fat living across the street from the crematorium.
Oh, God.
Oh, no.
Smelling that all day.
Oh, God.
Delicious pork meat. All right. Microsoft executives had to tell Bill Gates to stop emailing female staffers for years. Gates said, why? Who wouldn't want a free trip to my buddy Jeff's private island?
Oh.
I got to old. All right, let's move it. Okay. A Jefferson statue is being removed from New York City Hall after nearly 100 years. They said they'll be moving it on up.
Oh, my goodness.
Alex Saab, the financial advisor behind Venezuelan president, is extradited to the U.S. and due in court on corruption charges. I bet he's just going to give some sob story. Name was Saab? No. Heimdall, open the Bifrost. Get me out of here. All right, Hooters folds under crotch pressure, allowing waitresses to decide between the new short shorts and the old shorts. And Hooters is also preemptively apologizing for cold chicken because they know they gave women a choice in what to wear.
You are terrible.
Oh.
Wow.
Even the laugh track didn't laugh.
No, I don't think
Molly's
anyone's going
on
with
that
the new
one.
shorts.
No?
No.
All right, study shows that men with high testosterone are more likely to cheat.
Uh-oh.
Will is single, ladies. His T-tank's on E, and he's more loyal than an ugly dog. He won't even watch porn with chicks in it on you.
Woof.
A Florida woman is suing Brian Laundrie's dad for $40.
Huh?
You really want to mess with that family, lady? They tend to do a lot less for $40. No.
What is she suing him for?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry.
The Queen urges nations to rise to the challenge to tackle climate change. She said, when you're all dead and gone, what type of world do you want to leave me? She then shed her skin and ate a fly. Fucking China can now fire a nuke 5 times the speed of sound and can travel to anywhere on the globe. The U.S. says we have no defense for this, and we didn't mean all that China virus stuff.
Oh, shit.
Sorry, guys. Let's be friends. All right. Retired Pope Benedict hopes to join his friends soon in the afterlife, he says. And I say, don't worry, they're down there.
Ooh, good one.
Lightning.
And finally, an all-male college in Minnesota is busted for having sex competitions. And I said, guys, you don't need to have a competition. Those student loans are going to fuck you in the ass for the rest of your life.
Oh, yeah. It's time for the Rant and William Go.
Throw that together like
This
a half
is
hour
bullshit.
ago. This is
Bullshit.
awesome.
I've been going for a year. I wanted a bad joke monologue intro.
That's awesome. Well, you just have to know how to talk to her and
What?
ask nicely. Thank you.
William
Molly. I
asked 10 minutes
appreciate
before
that.
we started, so that's what he gets.
Oh, we can work on it. So this is what I'm going to talk about. I mean, I think we're more divided in this country than we've ever been, and I just don't understand. Like, we need to treat each other like family, like brothers and sisters. And the reason we're not, I figured it out. It's fucking Uncle Sam. How the hell can we treat each other like brothers when all we are is cousins? I want you to go to war and fight for your uncle. I don't think so. This country needs a mother to bring us all together. I say we take a big old apron and stick it on the Statue of Liberty, take that torch out her hand and put a spatula in there. Ma, I'll fight for that bitch. Yeah. Sure, she came from France and she's probably a little stinky, but come on, she's Ma. I have an Uncle Sam. I barely tolerate him. I only put up with him because he's the brother of my dear sweet mother. He's an obnoxious jerk who mispronounces words on purpose. That's my rant. That's it. Here we go.
All right. Welcome back, Universe, here to Off the Rails podcast, episode 80. Woo!
Yeah.
This week, we're joined by stand-up comic, actor. You just released something, comedian, a double podcast host.
Yeah,
Dougie Almeida. Woo!
everybody. Do I get to rant?
Go,
Do I get
go,
to-
do a rant.
Do a rant.
Oh, I'm gonna
Hold on,
rant.
give Molly 5 seconds to get you a gorgeous intro.
Tom's been trying to get an intro for his monologue for quite a while,
year.
and it's the running
Ranting
joke
with
that
Dougie.
he doesn't get one.
Dougie's got a rant.
Yeah, no, I'm just. It's Saturday. You know, I don't know what day it is, and I'm just home. I'm just glad to be home. I just hate traveling. You know what I mean? My wife says to me, she goes, "You're never going to be happy in comedy." I'm like, "Why do you say that?" She goes, "Like when you're busy, you're pissed, and when you're not busy, you're pissed." I'm like, "Well, I'm
Why
ranting."
do you care what I do then? If I'm
If he's always pissed, he's always pissed. That's your husband.
Yeah, right.
Love and accept him.
excellent. All right, Dougie. We like to do this at first.
It's the hot seat! Wow, yeah!
How you like that production?
Woo! Woo!
It's the hot seat!
We don't get any
Tom
video.
thinks it's too long, but I think it's great.
I think I
What?
smell hairspray.
Hairspray? Yeah.
All right, Dougie, you are on the hot seat. Normally, we do a therapy question for me and Molly, but I have a therapy question for me and my own mother.
Oh, God.
Is chugging water out of the mushroom can gross?
What
Because
the
I
hell's a
walked
mushroom can?
a can of mushrooms. I walked over to the sink and my mom's opening 2 cans of mushrooms, and I look over and she is just chugging while holding the thing and just getting the water and drinking it.
That's disgusting.
I don't like mushrooms, so I'm definitely not down with that.
She's like, "What? You don't do that?" I'm like, "You know it's gross because it's been my entire life and I've never seen you do that, so you've been hiding it."
She's been hiding it your whole life.
You've been drinking that under the sink sometimes.
I've never even had the thought in my head to drink that.
I drink pickle juice. I mean, I like that.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I've had that happen. I've had people drink pickle juice.
No? So is it weird drinking the mushroom juice?
I mean,
Yeah.
what are you short of water? What are you in the middle of the desert? You know what I mean?
No.
I mean,
Just-
Does,
she does
does
it
it
for
have
the
a
taste.
taste? No, she
I
likes the
didn't do
taste.
it. Yeah,
Well,
she says
raw
it's-
mushrooms don't taste that good.
Well, canned mushrooms though.
The raw canned mushrooms have like no flavor. They don't taste that good. So the water that they're in is gonna taste like crap too.
Oh, well, she likes it.
It's
Okay.
refreshing. Just a little earthy.
Yeah.
All right,
You know, she's not here to defend herself.
we'll get her on.
What would be things you would rather drink besides mushroom water? Like, you know what I mean? Like mushroom water's here. What would you drink instead of mushroom water?
I've seen people in sports drink kraut juice. Supposedly got the most electrolytes.
Really? Some sauerkraut?
Kraut juice.
I would drink that.
Said the German.
Yeah, but when you're done running a mile, you're gonna.
Yeah, it sounds refreshing.
How
I
would
just-
you keep it in your belly?
I would just go with Gatorade. That's just me.
Yeah,
Crap.
Pedialyte.
Pedialyte. Yeah.
Could you drink the boiled peanut water? Would you drink that?
I've never had boiled peanuts.
They
so
come in a can. You can get a can, and they're all soaked.
Hmm.
No,
I can't weigh in because I've never had boiled peanuts.
they suck.
I haven't either. It's really
But I
big.
think I would try that over mushroom
Yeah.
water.
Dougie, isn't that really big in the Carolinas, the boiled peanuts there?
I guess I haven't lived here long enough to like talk to my neighbors. You know, like
No.
anybody bring me over a glass of peanut water.
No, what they
Well-
do is they cook them in a big burn barrel on the side of the road, and they have a sign. There's usually two of them. One is mustard kind, so it's a yellow water, and the other is regular. They open up a plastic grocery bag, and you pay $1 a scoop.
Yeah.
Scoop boiled peanuts into a bag.
Is
I don't know
that
many.
Have them
water,
on top.
Peanuts and
I don't know many people that like soggy nuts.
when you undo them, it's like
I just like nuts.
they're the consistency of mashed potatoes with no salt.
What?
They boil all the flavor off of them. You just get wet muck.
Ugh.
That sounds refreshing. Maybe some boiled
Wash
nuts,
it
some
on-
water, mushroom water.
Mushroom water and boiled nuts after a run.
It's the new Olympic training drink.
This is why no one's healthy. All right, are Halloween costumes scarier now or back in the day?
Well, I think you know they're scarier now because the chicks don't seem to fit in those cat outfits.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? And those
Yeah.
French maid outfits.
Yeah,
Naughty nurses.
Oh yeah. I mean, I don't even answer the door on Halloween. I just take the candy, sit on the front of the TV, and eat it, and don't answer the door. So I don't know what the costumes even look like.
With the windows wide open so all the kids can see you eating their
I
candy.
know. Like, hey kids. My wife comes home. Boy, there's a lot of kids this Halloween. Huh? I'm like, yeah, there was a bunch. I got chocolate all over my face, like I was in the Wonka factory.
I used to steal my kids' candy. They wouldn't know. I'd ask them, hey, can I have some? No. Okay. When they went to bed, I would just take some candy. They never knew.
Molly was the kid that never ate her candy.
No, I saved it.
What'd you save it for?
So
I
her
don't
mom could
know.
throw it
For
out.
Easter?
But I would regularly still have like Halloween candy, during
That
with
shit
my
didn't make the
Christmas
morning.
candy, and
No.
Huh.
I'm not a big
Check out
sweets
these
person.
old Halloween horror vintage costumes here.
What's that?
Is that coming? There we go.
Looks like a young Joe Biden.
Jeez.
Yeah, you should just turn the audio
Off
down
on
or
that
off.
one.
Yeah.
These are just old costumes that I was coming across, and I'm like, they are way scarier than anything we've had in our
What
day.
is that? A
Well, they're in
baby?
black and white and just older photos, which lends to the creepiness.
Exactly. Adds to the eeriness.
Yeah.
Look at
Yeah,
that.
like those people.
That looks like Leatherface.
It's kind of cool.
No.
Just the simple bag on the head and it looks creepy as heck.
These don't freak you out way more. What are these guys?
Well, because they're all dead already.
Yeah,
Wow.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, that guy right there.
right there. This is
Those were probably just
Jeez.
like paper mache. Like they were all homemade. We didn't have the mass produced like Halloween Express.
I'm giving that kid all the candy. They come-
I don't have that
Like
good of an
that.
imagination to come up with a good costume, though. It's
you guys-
like, eh.
My mom used to sew our costumes for Halloween. She
Yeah.
made from scratch our costumes when we were kids.
Oh, you had a great childhood.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you did.
Ah,
hate
I
it.
think last year I was a grown up.
Yeah, I don't think anyone really dressed up last year.
Yeah. Right? I mean,
No.
come on.
Mhm.
So there's 5 different multi-billion-dollar companies that are working on immortality. Would you take that if they cure death? Would you take the immortality pill?
I don't know. At my current age, I got so much pain. I don't know how much more pain I want to feel at an older age. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, I would love it if they can go back in time. You know what I mean? If they can give me a pill, they could send me back to when I was 22, and then I wouldn't mind it. Yeah. But immortality, I mean, ugh.
No.
Are you stuck at the age you're at now?
I think I'm in
I'm
reverse.
stuck at 13. I'm still stuck at 13 every time my wife leaves the house.
Yeah, that's about our age. Too.
Yeah, I know. It's
Early
like
teens.
I'm
mental
as
and
mature as
physical
I'm
age.
gonna get. Yeah.
I'm laughing in tears at these.
I think I peaked really early though. It's like
Oh, you peaked early.
It's downhill now, man.
You could take a pill for that, Will. You peak early. It also helps ED and Peyronie's disease.
There you go.
Rabies.
So
That's when your wiener looks like an old chili pepper.
The old Bill Clinton thing. Yeah. Going off to the you're a lefty. You're just going off to the
how many beers do you think you can carry, like at a baseball game? I got a story.
I could probably bring in about a 6-pack.
Just on your own, or
This guy does.
Yeah, you carry 6 beers.
48. And he
What?
gets filmed. It's supposed to be like a world record. He didn't even know he was breaking.
Somebody ask him what time it is.
Don't trip.
They got
Wait.
him walking right here with it.
Come on, you got
holy crap!
Yeah,
He's got a lot of friends.
So that's not just cans of beer; those are
glasses. of beer.
glasses of beer that he's got to not
Stacked.
spill.
Well, at least you have carriers.
I want to know who his friends are, because who's the asshole who told
Yeah,
the guy, hey, go get beers for like 50 of us. Okay, I'll be right back.
You can't have a couple of guys go with you.
Plus, how much money is that?
Yeah, how
what
much
happens
is
if
that?
he spills all that?
Come on, guys,
Look,
pay up.
If you're at a sporting
Yeah,
event,
fuck
that's
you,
at least $6-8.
Yeah.
Maybe
Times
each.
48.
He gets back to
Wow.
the seat. He starts getting all these. He gets back to the seat. He's got like 18 people Venmoing him.
Yeah.
Thanks.
No, they ain't paying him. If he's the dude that they make go by himself, they're not giving him money.
Well, when I was a kid, they used to have the guy that had something on his back, and he would just into a cup, man. Just pull him out and just into a cup.
Really?
Yeah.
Just a little portable keg,
Keg
Yeah,
on
a
his
little
back?
portable thing. Yeah, it was cool.
backpack keg.
Oddly enough, that guy's going to audition for America's Got Talent.
Yeah, the beer guy.
Yeah.
I mean, he should. That's.
Have you ever thought about doing that, Dougie? America's Got Talent?
I thought about it back when at the World Series of Comedies when that Scout Naylor was there, and she gave everybody notes. But I'm too. I guess I'm just too white and too regular.
Right. Well, she's been on our show. We've actually had her as a guest.
Yeah.
She's great. She's a nice gal. I like her.
Nyla?
Nyla,
Yeah, she is awesome. All right. How much information do you think Amazon has on you?
Ooh.
All of it.
I mean, they know everything, right? I mean, they don't know everything. You know what I mean? They don't know about my weekends in Costa Rica, but they know a lot.
If your phone's on you, they do. They use your location, right?
Yeah, but
Google and
we got to hear about Costa Rica.
well,
Dougie.
here is a woman that requested all the information.
I requested all of the data that Amazon has on me, and here's what I found. So for reference, I have 2 dots and 1 echo. We also use smart bulbs. So when I downloaded the zip file, these are all the folders that came with. I
Wait, you can actually
click on
get
the audio one,
information?
and this is what I have. These are all short voice clips, which is so scary. And this one is of me turning on the light.
They record you every time you
There are 3,534 short audio clips in this file alone.
I never
I
talked to
clicked
them.
on contacts, and it turns out they have a full list of my contacts on my phone, and I never remember seeing that. The very last thing that I didn't know that they had, I could have assumed that they had, but I don't love that they have, is my location. If you open up this CSV here, it'll tell you exactly where your Alexa is located, right down to the lat long. So to answer your question, I'm not totally comfortable with everything.
Whoa. So
Well,
they
shit,
know
can
exactly
get
where
your
you are.
package right away. Just bring it to me.
It's such a convenience.
If you weren't home, we couldn't get in your building. Bring it to me. You know where I
It's
am.
just-
Just drone drop it
It's your Guatemalan island.
to my latitude,
Wow.
longitude.
I don't have that stuff in my house. You guys have the Echo or the?
We do.
In protest, I protested it. How long?
I don't
No
know.
way.
I didn't hear you protest.
You bought it. None
I
of
did.
you used your own big girl money for doing all
I
your
used
chores.
a gift card that I got from work.
My son got me one for my birthday,
Now they,
and he works for CNN, so they're all into my shit now.
yeah, you're
So we've got one in the bedroom and one in our living room.
Oh, one in each room.
Uh-huh.
Fancy.
Even in the bedroom. Wow. That's,
We do.
Ooh, they hear all kinds
Well,
of
it's
stuff.
got an alarm clock on it and stuff too. So
Amazon knows how often you guys have sex.
probably
Sure.
got a file on it.
we're setting records.
Danny,
I don't
voice.
know.
You won't hear Molly. She's silent.
She's
as
very
a
silent.
church mouse.
Well, that's
all,
because you
all-
bring
all
it.
all you hear is a lot of please, please.
When's it gonna be my turn?
That's crazy that they keep all those little clips though. And I think it's supposed to be like only when it's active, only after you've said like Alexa.
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
they do a lot of random gathering too.
It's weird.
No way.
I want to find out how you get that information. I want to download ours.
Molly, do you really want to know? That's another hot sheet. Do you really want to know what they got on you?
I don't think I do.
What Amazon's got on you?
I try not to think about that.
Are they sharing everything that they've got on you? when you
Why would they
request
have it if
Who
they're
are
not
they
making
sharing
money?
it with?
Anybody who asks.
Yeah,
The
Yeah.
government?
Yeah.
Oh no.
I don't like any of that stuff. Like, my wife and I have the iPhone finder for each other. Like, so I can know where she's at. She's nowhere out. So now when I want to go to an Asian massage parlor, it's got to be next to a Home Depot or an LA Fitness. I'm like,
just I'm not actually pickpocketing this guy. I'm just getting my phone back because I put it on him earlier.
Yeah, just hide it in the Home Depot and
Reverse
go to the massage
pickpocket.
parlor.
You gotta
Yeah.
put the phone in a guy's pocket.
and put it behind some like levels.
Yeah, but you don't know where that guy's gonna go. They can get you in a lot more trouble. They commit a murder or rob a bank, and then your ass is in big trouble.
I swear to God, I was getting a hand job. I didn't kill the guy.
I was getting a happy ending.
Ask her.
Me and the owner of the Patriots were at this place.
Robert Kraft. Wasn't
Yeah.
it down in Florida?
Yeah, down in like Jupiter area, the Orchid Garden or something. Not that I know the place.
You met Robert Kraft?
Yeah, well, I heard him in the other room. And, oh, Patriot.
Tom's a Patriots fan.
Tom is a
Yeah.
big Patriots fan.
What's wrong with an old guy? His wife's cool with it. She's
No,
got a championship
I think
attitude.
she had died, though. I mean, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but his new wife.
Oh, he's got a new wife?
Yeah, and she's cool with
Is
it.
she cool with it? Well, that's his business.
That's what I was saying. She said she's cool with it. What do you think? I mean, she's gonna say, "This dude's a bazillionaire."
Yeah. Well,
Of course, he's gonna get some side.
I'm going to leave you. I'm going to leave you for going to that Asian massage parlor. Okay, I'll just pull back my 401k.
you're Robert Kraft.
Yeah.
You got a lot of money. I saw that picture of that lady, and it's like,
Yeah.
come on, man. Can't you buy
Don't
some-
judge.
Well, I don't know if you've never been to listen, every time I'm in an Asian massage parlor, I keep my eyes closed. Not even looking up like, hey, everybody,
Yeah, you know why? Because the most beautiful women in the world are Filipino men.
That's true. But I'll
You don't
tell
know?
you, I don't really. I would like a real massage. I've never gotten a real massage. I don't want a happy ending. I don't want somebody coming at me from an odd angle. You're liable to hurt me. I know what I like. I can take care of that myself. Just give me the massage.
well, they're not the ones coming, Will.
You'll lay on your back, right?
Yeah, but come on. I mean,
It is a great massage. In all honesty, it is a great massage. I mean, you don't want to go to like what are those like massage envy places where you have amateurs? They do a real massage. They walk, they deep pressure, and of course at the end, they
Rubbing
take
toes.
care of you.
I have arthritis in my spine. I could use a good massage, Dougie. I don't
Yeah.
know if you heard about that, man. I got arthritis in my spine. That's
See,
not
they
a
got to
joke.
tug you hard enough, give you a good jerk, crack your back.
I don't know if that would help, but like I had COVID, and when I was in the hospital, they did a chest X-ray, and they're like, "Oh, by
No.
the way, you have arthritis in your spine." And I was like, "Well,
No shit.
how's the COVID?" Like,
Yeah. Well, I'd rather have COVID than I have arthritis in my lower back. And I don't know if you have the same thing, but it's like they take the X-rays. It looks like these spurs coming from your vertebrae.
Oh yeah, bone spurs.
Yeah, where they like calcium buildups, and they come up and then they attach. They're trying to fuse itself, you know. And I'm like, trust me, that's why I recently went to the Asian massage parlor. Just so I could
You're like
my
Batman.
arthritis.
For medicinal, right? Exactly. Your wife has got to understand that. Unless then you say, look, then you have to give me a massage, and she'll probably give you the money to go.
I'll send her to the Asian massage place. I'll love her as long as she doesn't start taking clients.
All right. What's the most irritating food?
What? What's irritating about food?
Raisins are irritating
Why?
because they disguise themselves as chocolate chips and taste like shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
who hasn't been discouraged when they grab a cookie and they think it's a chocolate chip cookie?
Oh,
And it's a raisin.
you know, it's not what you wanted, but it's still not bad. I mean, oatmeal raisin's not bad. It's not
I'll
chocolate
give you two
chip.
things wrong with oatmeal raisin.
Oatmeal and raisin. No, I mean they're not bad
What the hell?
cookies, but like chocolate chip is the best. Yeah, I agree with that.
And you're not disappointed when
Well,
they
what
give you a rotten freaking grape in the middle of it?
What-
You thought you were getting a chocolate
What
chip?
if you
A
get
rotten grape.
raisins that are dipped in chocolate? Do you like those?
No, just
Raisinettes? Dude, are you kidding me? They're the best.
gross. Just
It's
give
an
me
old
M&M.
dude's candy.
an old dude's candy.
Raisin
yeah.
talk with Tom and William.
Raisinettes and fucking Tootsie Roll. The young people hate Tootsie Rolls. I love them. I love a good
I
roll
like
of
Tootsie
Tootsie.
Rolls.
They're like, that's not even chocolate. What are you eating? I'm like, it's delicious, man.
I
Doug,
miss
you
the
like Tootsie
I
Rolls?
miss the I miss the sugar daddies. You know, there's only one obscene way.
Yeah.
No,
Not gay yet?
See, yeah.
I like the
Mine comes
Charleston
with like
chews.
7 fillings when I
Well,
pull
then they have like another one too, like a slow poke, I think they called it.
Yeah, that
Like,
was
they
invented
flavor
by a
like that.
dentist. A dentist. Get himself some work.
That's
Yeah,
true.
I mean-
It's caramel.
No, it really was.
Now I want a sugar daddy.
Invented
Remember
by-
the little sugar babies? Where you'd have the little nuggets of
Did they just give you
caramel.
Yeah,
like
but they still make those.
wax
sugar
paper
babies?
and honey droplets? What? How old were you when you started?
Mary Jane's too. You ever eat those? Those are
No,
old people.
what is it?
You know what a Mary Jane is? It tastes like it's like a little square, and they're really hard, but it's like a taffy kind of thing. It tastes like peanut butter. Ooh,
Oh, I know. What
Yeah, I've
you're
had
talking
them, but I
about.
don't like them.
You remember that those
Good
candies
grief.
that just come on a sheet that look like toilet paper?
Yeah,
Yep.
the dots.
Yeah, and then you'd eat it, and after an hour, you'd shit a book.
I'd loved the candy
All the
dots.
paper that you would eat on the back of those things.
I'm gonna eat a ton of.
I loved those. And looking back on it, I'm like, oh, why?
or those jujubes you'd get at the movie, and they would stick to your teeth.
My dad broke a tooth on those.
The jujubes.
Yeah. He used to eat them all the time, and he broke a tooth on one and hasn't eaten them since.
Welcome to Candy Talk. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, really. I like snow caps. Snow caps are those like chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are good.
Oh, the mint ones. They're minty.
Or you, if you
No,
go
they're
to a
just a
nice-
chocolate with
They
the
call 'em
sprinkles on top.
nonpareils, they call them. But you could go to like a fancy candy shop and they have the big ones.
Yeah. Those
Oh
are
yeah,
awesome.
with the dark chocolate. Oh man,
Stop it.
it's Halloween season, man. We got to talk.
I'm just
about
gonna hand
candy.
out pre-rolled cigarettes. It's just, everybody gets a cigarette.
What to the kids?
Yeah, why
Don't
not?
do that, man.
You're gonna look
He's
cooler than the
not
other
going
kids, dude.
to.
Yo, well,
I
we
think-
used to have the candy cigarettes, and then now that's
Mhm.
not a good thing anymore. What do they call them now? Sugar sticks. But
Yeah,
they're
but
little,
they used to put the red light on them
the
and
little
everything.
red light on them.
No, they used to have powder that you could blow it and it looked like
Yep,
smoke.
yep,
They don't
that's
do that
exactly
anymore.
right.
Yeah. Candy corn is the most evil candy ever.
Why?
I just
They make
hate it.
candy
It's
corn
gross.
brats now. It'd be awesome.
Oh yeah, we covered that
I'd
story.
do that.
Bratwurst with candy corn in it. What do you think, Dougie?
Yeah, let's add that with the mushroom water. And
No.
I mean, if you ever used a brat as a breakfast sausage and put like
listen,
syrup,
if you guys were my cook, I'd lose 100 pounds in a month.
I gotta get
Tom-
some candy
Tom's
corn
actually
brat.
a really good cook.
Oh,
Some raisin corn. Everywhere you go, I may sneak a raisin in it.
Oh man. All
But
right.
getting back to the oatmeal raisin cookie, you know why that's so bad? Because you're actually all right. You're breaking a rule. You're eating the cookie. Like, I'm gonna eat this. You know, this is the one cookie I'm gonna eat today, and it's a raisin oatmeal cookie. You're like, shit. You know, like, why did I have to be this cookie? You know, it's like it ruins your whole day.
Yeah, if you're gonna
Yeah.
eat a cookie, don't go with a health.
You know,
Healthy
I would
cookie.
have said that, but like someone brought some to work and I thought it was a chocolate chip cookie. And I took a bite and it's like, oh, and then it's like, It's not too bad. And it was a very enjoyable cookie, man. Open your mind.
So you were
dude.
angry, but then
Molly
you,
only feeds
Initially.
me pumpkin cookies.
the
Oh,
pumpkin chocolate chip cookies are the best.
They're not, because if you have them like once or twice in your life and they're a rare treat, they're awesome. But if you get
They're my favorite. I make
constantly
them a lot.
I
fed,
would like to try one. And
you'll
if-
like to try
Did you
it.
carve your pumpkin yet?
Yes.
You have any pictures?
Yeah.
You can put them up so we can see them.
Molly can pull them up. Do you carve pumpkins there, Dougie?
No, stop. No more pumpkin carvings. You know what I mean? It's like I'm not. We haven't even put a Christmas tree up in a few years. That's how we. Yeah, we're.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I know. I'm like the Grinch, but my wife and I didn't have kids. You know what I mean? And then because every time, the good thing about being on the road a lot is you're on the road when the tree's got to come down. And the lights, and I'm like, I ain't getting on a ladder. I'm like that leaf. The gutter thing. Doug, you can get on a ladder again? I'm not getting on a ladder.
No, I don't like getting on ladders. I do it all day.
Speaking of gutters, man, you need
What?
to clean those gutters out at your house. I happened to notice that the other day when I was over there. He's got a nice little house, and we were standing out on the back balcony.
This motherfucker.
Your gutters,
Just
man.
tell me all the shit I need to do. If I wanted a wife, I'd order one from Russia, Will. I don't need you telling me to do chores around the house.
We should try to have like a cleanup day.
A chore day at my
Yeah,
house.
yeah.
Let's get the laundry done. It'll be fun. All right. What's the last movie you walked out of? Or do you not walk out of movies?
I don't walk out of movies, but like I've turned them off. Like especially like on a plane, you're like, oh, this is a good movie. I'm gonna watch it, and then you're like, nah, I don't think I'm.
Yeah,
gonna
you
watch
can't walk out on a movie on the plane. It's just
Start opening the emergency exit. I'm done. This movie sucks. It's a plane.
It's a bad movie. I can't
it's
even
a real bad movie.
That movie was so bad, I walked off it watching it on a plane.
Good joke. That's a solid joke.
It is a good joke.
That is a like the mic drop movie. That's how bad it premiered on a plane and everyone jumped off.
The worst things, like my wife, my wife likes watching all these weird things on Netflix. You know what I mean? Like she's watching this one on Netflix, Lucifer.
Yeah.
It's the worst acting I've ever, and I'll sit there like because I'm trying to spend time with my wife.
So
And
hot.
Chicks love
It's the devil. The devil's hot.
Yeah,
and he's like a
dreamy.
crime fighter.
and he's got a terrible English accent, and he's a detective. The devil comes down, I mean, one time the devil came down to Georgia to play the violin. Now he's coming down to solve crimes.
Yep.
And
It's
Detective
because
show
he
with
falls
the
in
devil.
love with the detective and
Oh,
Who's-
wow.
So you get the murder porn, you get a hot devil. Chicks are
Yeah.
all over this show, dude.
yeah,
It is
Never heard
just
of it.
somebody put a board up and said, "What do chicks like?" And they wrote, and then that was the plot of Lucifer.
So, Dougie, do you like that show?
no,
watch it with
he
your
doesn't.
wife?
no, let me do an impression of me watching it with my wife. Oh, play poker when I'm watching it.
Oh yeah, honey, look,
Yeah.
they solved the crime again. Them
Oh.
thought they were gonna solve that one.
Didn't the devil cause the crime? I mean, in some way.
No, the devil is so good. He's like
good?
the strongest angel that could handle being in charge of hell or something.
He's
That's
the
like
good devil. He's a good.
he's
a
the
good
only
devil.
angel strong enough to be in charge of hell.
Here's our pumpkins.
Molly's got her pumpkins.
Oh wow, Spider-Man pumpkin. That's great.
See, I tried making a vampire.
I saw that wasn't that bad.
It looks like a butt plug. That's all I see is the butt plug in the
No,
Pac-Man mouth.
I get it. I see it.
And then I was like, vampire, why does he have bottom fangs? That's kind of dumb.
Well, he's like a bulldog vampire.
And I did the baby Groot.
You see that?
That's
wow,
cool.
You're very artistic, man.
It took
That's
forever.
awesome. How
I'm
long?
always the last one.
How long did it take? You
I
did
don't
the
know.
Spider-Man too?
No, Mark did it.
That's great.
Wow, that's talented. I'm definitely not going to carve my pumpkin after seeing yours.
No, Dougie, we expect you to present
She
your
has
pumpkin carving.
Tools and shit, dude.
I
She
do.
lays out tools
Yeah.
before she gets started. Like she's going to work on this pumpkin.
That one I got really irritated with though, because it had lots of really tiny sections to cut out. It's like, ah.
Do you have something to go off of? to-
Yeah, you use a template,
Oh, okay.
but then you got to poke the holes like around it, so you've got a guide. So you're poking the holes in the pumpkin, and then you got to cut.
It's a pain in the ass.
It's
How
harder
long will
than
that
you think.
pumpkin last?
Huh.
The
Not
first
till
frost,
Halloween,
and
probably.
then-
Are you gonna make cookies?
Oh,
out of that
don't.
pumpkin? I want a pumpkin.
I use the
chocolate
canned
chip
pumpkin.
cookie. Oh, okay.
You
That's
know,
all
a
right.
canned pumpkin only has one ingredient.
What's that, pumpkin?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
That's
was
great.
blown away by that too. I thought it was more.
You thought it had sugar in it or
I thought
something?
it had flavors or something, and I'm just like,
It's just pumpkin.
just fucking pumpkin. Okay.
Dougie, you like a good pumpkin pie around the holidays?
What else do you eat? Pumpkin.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's the only thing I'm gonna eat. Pumpkin, like anything else, drinks, coffee, all that nonsense. Pumpkin pie, I'm fine with pumpkin pie.
Well, pumpkin seeds are pretty good. Hey,
No.
you ever do those?
Those are
Like,
bullshit.
you put them in the oven and
My mom had a recipe I really liked, and it contained like you used Worcestershire sauce too, so it gave it a little extra flavor.
bite.
And I really like them. They're putsy though. You gotta
Oh,
wash
really?
them, and then you gotta spread them out, and then you
Yeah,
gotta.
it's all pumpkin snot. You gotta really wash
Yeah.
off.
Well, yeah, of course.
Gotta get that gooey pumpkin shot.
I like pumpkin seeds. They are a lot of
Started,
work.
started getting sexy. We had to wash them and spread them out. Ooh,
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
pumpkin.
Lay them out to
Super
dry and then put them in the oven. Salt them up.
All right, off the rails
Ah.
comedy night. William, December 11th. What's happening?
We're gonna have Off the Rails Comedy Night at the
Ozaki Nonprofit Center.
Ozaki Nonprofit Center. Our headliner is Christopher Barnes.
Mhm.
And, also, we're going to have Dana Ehrman. We're going to have our host is going to be Mike Coben, and we're also going to have Nathan Clemens perform, do a little set, as well as myself. So yeah, please get the tickets. Are we going to have VIP seating?
Oh
Yes.
yeah, we got all that happening. Come to the Avalon Sunday, October
Yeah.
31st for a Halloween party. We're premiering I Dream of a Psycho Pomp with Danny
And-
Villanueva Jr.'s film.
We're doing a costume contest too. Me and Tom got our costumes.
What do you got?
I'm not telling,
Okay.
unless you want to tell.
Ah, sorry.
Are you a horse's ass? No,
I am,
you're that. You're that
Yeah.
every day.
All right, check out Movies with Mark. That's going to get a whole new makeover, another makeover.
A new
like-
song, Molly?
Everybody's
Yeah.
getting new intros. I'm still waiting on the first one. It's kind of like my first and second stimulus.
Listen,
I'm waiting on those.
you're
but I got my
gonna
third
have
one.
you're gonna have to just be patient.
You,
Be
she's
patient.
driving over here and gets you one.
That was awesome. You see, you just got to be nicer to her.
All right, Dougie, how's it going there, Dougie? We're gonna
All
get
right.
in. We met you through the World Series of Comedy. That's how I met you, Will.
That's how I met him, but a number of years before.
Yeah, and we were lucky enough to see your act. Very funny.
Mhm.
You were there in Will's category. That
Was he?
That was the second round, right? When we advanced, or was that the horrible semifinal round at 4 p.m.?
4 p.m.
It was the 4 p.m.
I saw you twice.
Yeah, she saw you twice.
Oh,
I
Yeah,
don't
the
think
four-
he did mine because I saw his show. I was in the audience when I saw it when he advanced.
yeah, that was great. But the 4 p.m. show was just like there's like 8 people, and it's hard to be funny at 4 p.m. when there's still light out.
Yeah, and there weren't as many people at the earlier shows. That's
Yeah, I would prefer an evening show if we can swing that, like we did the year before.
Mhm.
The shows were in the.
Has
evening.
anyone ever done an 8 a.m.
Um,
a breakfast and comedy?
yeah, I'm sure, but like
You
not
think?
enough for
No
us.
one wants comedy with their breakfast.
Well,
Why
I mean,
not?
like
you
if
watch
it's-
Saturday morning cartoons.
Well, if
I
it's-
don't.
I'd
want
go for a
comedy
bowl of
with my
cereal and
breakfast.
watch some stand up.
Yeah,
No,
but
but-
in a stand-up show in the morning, you can't have an anvil fall on your head.
I don't know.
Oh man,
So I wanted to say though, our show in December, what group it benefits? Big
Oh.
Brothers and Big Sisters. So
Yep.
that's a worthy cause. So come on out.
We'll have ticket in sales up soon.
Well, we had a blast the last one. It was a lot of fun.
oh yeah. So Dougie, you doing Wake Up Late with Dougie? You've been doing that since 2013.
Yeah, I think it was even further. Go back even further on that.
Really? Tell us
We
about starting it. What made you start it?
Well, I was with my one of my buddies, Lenny Travis, very funny comic. He used to open for Richard Jenny for years. So when I got started, we started hanging out and used to work a lot together. And we used to be called the Lenny and Dougie Show. And Lenny was Radio Gold, And then we did that for a while, and we used to do it like every day because we were on a network, internet network, so we're trying to do like a morning type show. And that's why we air it usually at 8:00 on Tuesdays now. Everybody's like, why is it called Wake Up Late? It's at 8 p.m. at night. I'm like, well, we don't want to change have to change all the stuff, the Twitter page, all that stuff.
You got almost 900 episodes, man. We're on 80.
No, 80 of the third season.
Of the third season.
Yeah, I mean, it's gone on. I mean, it's always changed. We used to do it live from my studio in my house in Florida when I lived there. And I'd have local comics come in. I had a couple, when Lenny would leave and stuff, then I'd bring in a bunch of local comics, and it would be great. And then when, of course, when the pandemic hit, we got to the Zoom stuff, and which changed the show because, I didn't have to rely on just local comics in the comedy scene. I got to bring in comics from all over the country, which really brought a new twist to the show and made it even funner. And
it's constantly evolving. That's how you sell it. Right there.
Absolutely.
But the pandemic, would you think of having to rely on Zoom? Was that your first time really doing that?
For that show, I mean, again, for the podcast, we relied on it and we loved it. Like I said, I thought it was better, because I didn't have to worry about people showing up to the house.
Right.
You had to do it. I never really did the Zoom comedy shows. I do comedy for the reaction. I don't just do it to say I do comedy. I like to, the thing that fills me up with it is when you're in front of people and you watch a crowd of people laughing at you. So there was just no reward in doing Zoom comedy shows.
Yeah, you don't get the reaction.
I might as well be the most unwatched webcam girl on the internet.
Molly's got an only page.
So
Do I?
Only feet.
Do you make one for me?
Well, it's your feet page, right?
That's why you're always creeping around trying to take pictures of my feet, you weirdo.
They go for big bucks, man.
They do. They bring big bucks, those talons.
Take as many pictures as you want.
And what about the other show you're doing there?
Hanging with Mark and Dougie is actually my buddy Mark Calmusa, who is a sports collector, vintage collector, has all these kind of real outrageous personality. We've known each other since middle school, and he always wanted to do a podcast, and he's so we just did it. So it's kind of fun because it's different. We just basically get on there. I let him lead it, which is great. When you do these podcasts, it's one thing to host the show and run it, and then it's another thing just to sit back like we're doing now as a guest. I love just sitting here and just jumping in when I feel the need to.
Yeah.
But we're getting a lot more. I admittedly I'm conservative. My Mark is as well, and we're getting there's actually a lot of excitement on it because we're having local radio shows now are actually reaching out to us about doing something.
Oh, nice.
I'm actually FM type terrestrial radio with it. And to keep our fingers crossed.
That's making it.
That's
right?
awesome.
Well, this guy over here and this gal over here, they have rules about our podcast. So
Oh yeah, we didn't go over those, did we?
yeah, we didn't. So go ahead, Molly, tell them.
We have 3 taboos. We don't do politics, religion, or Brett Favre.
Brett Favre.
Yeah, it was the comedy rule of 3, Tom said. And when we started this podcast, it was 3-4 years ago. So it was more relevant. And we ended up putting more dollars in the jar for talking about Brett Favre than anything else. It was a trap.
And I have tried to hey, can we?
Everybody's
and they
got an
say
opinion on those
They
3
won't
topics.
allow me to do.
Do you love them or do you hate them?
We wanted it to be an escape.
So
We're good. But speaking of this guy, acting is your true love, and you were just in is it a sitcom pilot or a movie pilot?
Sitcom pilot. Audrey Lennox, a local comic here and radio and TV personality, shot something. And it's funny because when somebody says, "Hey, we're going to shoot this thing," there's no pay though. You're like, oh, but I got to shoot it with a very funny comedian, Richie Minervini.
I know Richie.
Yeah, great guy. Hey, everybody, this is Richie Minervini. We're going to do a pilot, and he's a funny dude. And I get to play his brother. So we shot it at a little brewery in Boca Raton, and now they're going to have the premiere of it. And she says this kid's getting some interest and things like that. And it was funny because who's the guy from The King of Queens? I always forget his name.
Kevin James.
James, who a lot of people say I look like, which is, I don't know how to take that. I mean, when I was younger and fit, when I was younger and fit, and I was actually fighting as a Muay Thai kickboxer. People stopped me in the streets of Las Vegas, thought I was Michael Madsen from the Reservoir Dogs.
There you go.
Yeah.
And then I got fatter and not as in shape. And then people on the beach thought I was one time Ron Jeremy. Which
no.
Yeah, that wasn't a compliment. I mean, if it was a nude beach, it would have been a compliment.
Yes, it would.
Ron Jeremy's in prison going, I never touch a chick at a beach. What are you?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh.
I swear, there's some other lookalike out there doing all that.
Well, you're talking about King of Queens. I worked with another guy. I think Richie did some King of Queens. I think he might have done an episode.
Yeah.
But I worked with another guy, Jimmy Schubert, who was on King of Queens from Philly, the comic from Philly. So he's a good guy.
Jimmy's a great guy, good friend of mine. Actually moved to Delray, Florida last year from LA. So, great joke. I mean, now with everything going on with the pandemic and everything, I love it. Jimmy's like, you see these people with the mask over their face, under their nose? And he's like, that's like wearing a condom over your balls.
He's a great comic. Yeah.
He's a beast, man. He just writes with Jimmy. Yeah. If you've never seen Jimmy Schubert, you got to watch him because he's just a guy that'll write a joke, write it, rewrite it, continue to write it, and turn it into like punchline after tag after. I mean, it's just amazing. He's a beast.
The protein omelet bit that he does, it's one of my favorites, man. He's a beast.
Jimmy.
Awesome.
So what are you going to do if this sitcom takes off? Are you just going to do acting then?
I have mentors, and there's like 2 or 3 mentors of mine, and one of them always said to me, he's like, look, I know you love doing comedy and everything, you're funny, but I see you breaking through as an actor, because I actually did acting before I did stand-up, and I even did Shakespeare plays and things like that, and even radio. One of them says, I can see you as a radio personality doing something. I'm like, yeah, that's a good business.
Is this you right here?
Yeah. Yeah, that right there was something we're actually still in production and putting. It's a pretty show. Ask Aldo, what's his name? Richards. I'm trying to remember. He actually passed away, unfortunately. But that's a mob movie. It's a comedy, and I play the boss's right hand man, and it's very funny. And it's like you don't know, like in comedy, right? You know if you've done well or not. When you're on stage, you can tell if you're bombing or you're killing.
Right.
Lulu. Lulu. Lulu likes to eat. And I remember one of my lines is like, why can't the McRib be around all time? Why can't we have McDonald's have the McRib all year long? Let's get rid of the fish sandwich. No one goes to McDonald's for a fish sandwich.
I agree 100% with that statement.
So do I.
And that one, actually, we did the voiceover stuff, and recently in that one, I'm looking. So like Mike Marino, who's a very funny comic out of Jersey, and an actor who lives in LA and Jersey. He saw the rough clips of it, and he says, "Dude," he goes, "You're great," and you don't know, I just do it, I mean, I just have fun with it, and I've always had a lot of fun with it, but now I moved. I was hoping that I moved to Greenville, South Carolina, I'd be able to be a little close to Atlanta. I'd be able to get a lot more acting gigs. But unless you live in Atlanta, most of the agents there don't have anything to do with you, So acting's kind of been a little less since I left Florida, where I had a part in a Black Eyed Peas video.
Cool. Nice.
And if you ever watch Livin' La Vida Loca, it's a video for the Black Eyed Peas. I'm the guy sliding down the slide in the pool in Miami.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we filmed that in February, during February 2020. And if you watch that video, there's beautiful people all over the place. And there was a few oddities like me and a few other people. It just didn't look like they fit in. Like, this guy's not a model. You know what I mean? And it was just a lot of fun. We shot all day. And it was just before COVID. It was like everybody's like kind of like still figuring things out. But it was a lot of fun. So, I love it. And I mean, acting, to me, it's like to get rewarded by when people tell you that, you're like, hey man, you're really good at this. Like this sitcom is very funny. Richie and I are brothers that inherit our dad's brewery in Boca, and it's fun. So we're gonna have the premiere in November, and it's gonna be. I think it's gonna be Audrey's gonna put it out, so I'll probably be sharing the clip or something.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, and let us know where it's available, and we'll share it as well.
Yeah, and it's a pilot. You know, I mean, my buddy used to tell a joke. I just shot a pilot, and I actually banged a stewardess. I don't know. And I shot, but you never know. I mean, who knows? You know what I mean? And that's one of my mentors says to me. He says, dude, you never know when it'll happen. You know, one day somebody will see something. Next thing you know, you got a part in a TV show, and stuff like that. So,
Right.
And somebody agrees with your McRib bit in a movie, and that'll get you in the next
You're
one.
doing McDonald's commercials. Next
Yeah.
thing you know.
I'd love to have my own McDonald's hamburger, right? Like they have the wrappers and everything. Here's the Dougie hamburger.
There
It's
you
got
go.
it comes with a glass of mushroom juice and an oatmeal raisin cookie.
Oh no! Oh,
That sounds great.
Oh,
But
insane
Dougie,
asylum. Joe says anything is possible.
how is the move from Florida to South Carolina? I mean, you happy you made that move?
Yeah, I honestly could say I'm happy. I lived, we moved from New York when I was a kid, and then I lived in South Florida pretty much since I was 5 years old. And Florida's been great. This was the first summer in years I didn't have to worry about a hurricane. Number one. Number two, in Greenville's beautiful. Although so many people are moving here, I want to tell you it sucks. Don't come to Greenville. Too many people are coming, but no traffic. I mean, you turn on a blinker in Greenville, people let you in. It's like, holy shit.
See everywhere.
But to me, it was really rough because in Florida I still run shows. I have 3 produced shows in Florida. I run comedy shows, professional comedy shows, and I'm still booking those. And I was in the scene there. I was pretty much started in comedy down there, and so I miss a lot of the friends I had in comedy down there. I got to see regularly. But Greenville's been great. There's a Comedy Zone in Greenville, which I'm at this weekend, hosting for John Christ. And that club treats me like gold. I mean, it's great when you have a home club that loves you and uses you and respects you, who you do. I mean, in South Florida, the Improvs, those are great rooms, but I'm too old, I think, for the Improv, to be like regular. And but it's great. The local club says, hey man, if you're not working, you're in town, come and host. And I'm like,
That's great.
how great is that, right?
You think you're too old for the Improv?
Well, I mean, for some reason, and it's never been stated, but when I got started in comedy, the Improvs are the A room. It's the best clubs in the country, And we had
Just one here. So and that's depressing for me to hear because I was going to go do the mic on Thursday, the first night that they're having the mic. And now I'm thinking like, no, I'm too old.
Oh, you got to do it.
I'm still going to do it. Yeah. But they like younger guys.
Well, I think, I mean, some of them are all individually owned, right? Like the ones in Florida, Miami, Palm Beach, and now Dania's a new room, a really nice room. I mean, they want when they bring people in as hosts, they do it the way where they bring young people in and they cultivate them and things like that. And when I started, it was like I didn't get as much love from them, which turned out to be a good thing because instead of sitting there begging to host an A room and getting 10, 15 minutes every couple of months, I ended up getting out on the road and featuring. I found a lot of clubs in Florida that would feature me. So, 20, 30, 25 weekends a year, I'm doing 3 shows on the weekend, doing 30 minutes each show. So after a few years with the same people in my peer group, after some years, you would do a showcase in Florida together on some other show, and you could tell who's really got, got polished, because I mean, any improv, I shouldn't say any, but anyone I've ever been in, they're the easiest audience in the world. Right. So it's not like you're really testing your material. You're not testing your ability to make people laugh because they're going to laugh. If you bomb at an improv, you really should quit and start doing karaoke. If you're bombing at an improv. So it helped because I ended up getting a lot better, touring more and getting more stage time and dealing with bar shows and dealing with all that other kind of stuff. So you can really get challenged. But I mean, listen, that's the path. I mean, I don't know. I just know that that's the way it is. And there's some other things that have happened and I'm pretty outspoken. I'm not, my problem is sometimes if something goes wrong or somebody does something, I'll speak out. Like I opened the last time I worked at the West Palm Beach Improv, I worked with a guy who had me fired because he didn't like my jokes.
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, he was a Mexican fella and I tell a joke where, I miss, what's a word play with wet vac and wetback? I asked my wife to go to Home Depot and get me a wet vac. She comes back with a Mexican, and she's, the guy got mad, and he's like the only Mexican I ever met in my life didn't like that joke and laughed their ass off at it, and so it's I spoke out. I'm like I didn't mention the guy's name, but I'm like it's crazy when a headliner, and I have the videos from that week, this show I did, and it's crushed. Crushed. Even the improv themselves said I think the guy just got mad because you crushed, and didn't want you to be opening for him, but
he didn't want to have to follow you.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? I mean,
I've also seen your headline up here at Zany's in Chicago.
Yeah, the St. Charles room, which is now closed, unfortunately.
Closed now, yeah.
And that that went great. I thought it's always funny, isn't it? Because you never know. Like this business is so crazy because you bust your hump to get the job, right? You bust your hump to get into a club, and then you got to make sure you do everything on earth to be able to keep getting booked. So you got to be professional, show up on time, do all the right things, be funny and stuff like that.
Don't hit on the waitresses. Don't get drunk while you're working. Yeah.
Tip well. Like last night at the Comedy Zones, I got a beer. It's $3. I gave a girl $10. Just $10, whatever. I mean, whatever I got paid to host, I spent half of it on just tipping. But yeah, I mean, and so it was funny because that was great. The guy who used to Bert Haas used to book it. He retired, and he took over for Cindy Nelson, who left and went to Brad Garrett's room.
Right.
Cindy got me in there after years at the World Series of Comedy, being in front of her, and I finally got booked there to feature. And so I at the St. Charles one time I opened for somebody and just destroyed, and the person that was it. They said we're going to bump him the headline, and Bert was like, "Great, we're going to book you," and stuff like that. And then I ended up doing the downtown Chicago room. Now, and again, I don't do political humor, but my humor is kind of slanted to be a little more like that joke. It's kind of edgy on the racial sides and stuff. And I'm doing a joke in there, and I do a joke, and the crowd's very left, very liberal, and so the joke kind of got some groans and this and that. And I'm like, oh, I forgot, we're in downtown Chicago. Aren't we close to where that hate crime didn't happen? I would speak out. But it was funny because Bert was at the one show where Tyler Tomlinson is a comic. I'm trying to remember. He did a Tuesday night special, one night show there, and the booker was there. The place was packed. I had a good set. I had the wet fact joke kind of got a little groans and this and that. But his comedy, sometimes groans are just as good as laughs, because the people you're reacting. And it was funny because he walked by and he put his hand, like he walked by, he went, I thought, did that mean nice working with you or good job? You know what I mean? You get in your head, you're like, shit, and I never got booked again after that. And then, he left, and then you find it's really crazy when you keep sending your avails to some comedy booker and only to find out that they've not worked that position for a year. You're like, oh, right. I didn't get booked.
Well, his wife is also a comic, and so is his son, Steven, who's a damn fine comic. His son, Stephen Haas, he's featuring in a lot of places. But I've worked Zanies. I used to do the Vernon Hills room, and he came down one time. I was hosting for Josh Blue, and he came up to me. He said, "You did exactly what I want a host to do, and we're going to start featuring you. And I got a lot of different clubs. I can say even go down to the one in Memphis, and that never really materialized. And then now I know he's not doing it anymore. But I need to try to get back in there myself."
Yeah, you never know. Like I said the same thing. Like after the show, I'm not going to wait. I asked Bert. I go, "Hey, everything work out good this week? What do you think?" He's like, "Yeah, we'll definitely have you back. You did great." And I always took him as a man of his word. So who knows? There's somebody else booking it now. And a lot of times now with the pandemic and stuff, a lot of clubs, especially for opening acts or features, they'll use local comics.
Yeah, you know how many features they have in Chicago? Really good ones. That are very close. They don't really need to stretch out that much. There's a lot of good comics in that city.
Yeah, be expected.
Yeah, excellent. Well, Dougie, where can we catch up with all your shows, your social media, everything like that?
Well, if you want to catch the shows, my website, DougieAlmeida.com, ALMEIDA.com. Instagram, you can reach me at Dougie Dangerous. That's really like to get some more Instagram followers. And I also do TikTok and Twitter. I had to change my Twitter name because I got kicked off Twitter.
Oh, for what?
Yeah. Well, somebody was it was a debate. We were debating something or back and forth with something, and then the person started attacking me personally and calling me ugly, and I must be alone. You're so fat. You've probably been alone a long time. Blah blah blah. And I said, lady, I would step over your naked body to blow the corpse of Freddie Mercury.
And they ban you. Go figure.
Yeah. I said, how is that threatening? I'm saying I would walk over her. I would not even come near her. I'd rather blow Freddie Mercury than come close to this woman. So I don't know how she's scared. I want to come and touch her or anything like that.
Look at that. That's a good-looking guy there, man. Who's telling you you're ugly? That's ridiculous.
Well, you know.
That.
He's handsome.
Look at that Ron Jeremy looking dude.
Ron Jeremy.
Oh, all right. Well, Dougie, thank you very much for coming on today. I hope you had a good time on Off the Rails today. Molly, where's my girl? Make sure you like and share. Do your little reads too, fun.
Go to our website. We're at offtherailstm.com. We're Off the Rails TM everywhere. Go to our website while you're there. We will have the ticket links for our show up there, and we also have a link for Amazon. You can do all of your early Christmas shopping.
Yes.
Just click that link.
Listen, do that, Amazon, because those boats are out there trying to bring our shit in. So you better do some shopping early to make sure you get the stuff for Christmas, because who knows.
Oh.
Yep. Molly can't do two things at once.
No, I was trying to remove that.
Stumbling over everything, trying to let you get it. We got it.
Hey, ease up on Molly today. She had a great intro song for me. And my rant.
Hey, could you ask Molly if she could make me?
I can't do that. I can't do that.
All right, Dougie Almeida, thanks you very much for coming out for Universe.
We're not good enough.
Nope.